I mean, I've seen some things in my years covering the Galactic Defense Coalition, border skirmishes, training accidents, the occasional diplomatic incident that ended with someone losing a limb. Truth is, I still don't know how to process what I just watched. Picture this: Captain Silas Thorne Human, maybe 5'9" if he's generous, standing in the center of Fortress Zenith's combat arena with General Zara suspended over his head. And I'm not talking about a training dummy. I'm talking about 8 feet of scarred, battle-hardened Guron warrior. Full combat armor and all. Held aloft like she weighs nothing while Thorne calmly lectures the entire facility about planetary evolution. The air itself felt different. Hot. Charged. Every alien recruit in that pit went dead silent. But wait, it didn't start like that. Let me back up. Fortress Zenith isn't a place you visit for fun. It's where the Coalition sends its best and its meanest to forge elite units. The training pit is this massive underground chamber, all chrome and reinforced alloy, built to handle impacts that would level city blocks. And running the show? Drill Master Krogan. 12-foot Gozan with shoulders like a tank and a voice that could strip paint. When word came down that Terrans were being rotated into the program, Krogan pulled up their biological data on his holo display. I was standing right there in the observation deck when he did it. I saw his expression change. Not fear, confusion. These humans had no natural armor plating, no density-reinforced bone structure. Soft skin, compact frames. The report listed their average height at barely 6 feet. The Goron recruits, each one a mountain of muscle and attitude, started placing bets on how long the humans would last. Hours, minutes. I heard one of them joke that the Terrans might break just walking down the entry ramp. Then Captain Thorne's squad entered the facility. And yeah, the aliens laughed. I mean, how could they not? Next to a Goron warrior, Thorne looked like someone's kid brother. His entire team was dwarfed by the towering aliens around them. Sergeant Mira Vane, the smallest of the Terrans, barely reached chest height on the nearest recruit. Krogan initiated the standard strength assessment. One by one, alien soldiers stepped up to the rig, this brutal machine designed to test raw lifting capacity. The weights were calibrated in metric tons, not pounds. Watching those massive warriors strain under the load was impressive, sure, but expected. The Terrans just stood there, watching, waiting. When Krogan finally called Sergeant Vane forward, you could feel the mockery rippling through the crowd. This small human, burly armored, approached the heaviest bar on the racker weight that had made a Carathian grunt visibly struggle. She lifted it with one hand. While checking her wrist comp, the laughter died instantly. The accusations came fast. Gravity-dampening tech, hidden exo-rigs, some kind of electromagnetic assist built into their uniforms. The aliens were scrambling for explanations because what they'd just witnessed violated everything they understood about biology and physics. Thorne stepped forward calm, measured, and I swear the temperature in that arena dropped. He denied every accusation. No tech, no tricks, just biology. Then he said something that made my skin prickle. Our home planet has a gravitational force 2.4 times standard, Coalition baseline, 2.4 times. I did the math in my head. Every step these humans took on their world was like carrying another full-grown person on their back. Every single day. But the Goran recruits weren't buying it. Too convenient. Too impossible. That's when General Zara entered the pit. I'd seen her fight before, seen her tear through combat drills that would hospitalize most species. She was legend. Scars crossed her armor like a roadmap of wars won. When she spoke, her voice echoed off the chrome walls, demanding Thorne prove his claim in physical contest. She wanted to expose their trickery personally. Thorne didn't hesitate. He made one request: permission to use the general herself as the weight. The arena went silent. Zara, amused and insulted in equal measure, agreed. What happened next? I was there. I watched it, and I still barely believe it. Thorne approached the towering general, gripped her combat harness with both hands, and pressed her entire massive bulk overhead. Smooth, controlled, like she was made of foam instead of armored muscle and rage. And then, while holding her suspended in the air, he started teaching. He talked about Earth, about a death world where gravity crushed the wheat before they could reproduce, about evolutionary pressure measured in planetary tons, about how humanity's ancestors didn't just survive that environment, they thrived in it, becoming apex predators in a world that actively tried to kill them every single day. General Sarah dangled there helpless, while this human half her size used her as a visual aid for a lecture on biological adaptation versus genetic engineering. The Goran recruits stood frozen. Drillmaster Krogan's jaw actually dropped. When Thorn finally lowered Zara gently, respectfully she stood there for a long moment. Then she did something I'd never seen a Goran general do. She bowed. Full formal submission, recognition of a superior warrior. But Thorn wasn't done. He nodded to his squad. In perfect unison, the Terrans reached for their uniform seals and deactivated something I hadn't noticed before. Heavy plates dropped from their clothing, hitting the arena floor with metallic crashes that rang out like artillery fire. Lead weights, dozens of them. Each Terran had been carrying artificial mass to simulate Earth's crushing gravity. They'd been handicapping themselves the entire time. I watched Drillmaster Krogan walk over to one of the discarded plates. He tried to lift it, struggled. This was a warrior who could bend steel bars, and he could barely hoist the weight these humans had been casually wearing like accessories. Truth is, they judged the book by its cover. Didn't realize the pages were made of lead. Krogan looked at Captain Thorn with something I'd never seen in a Gozan's eyes before. Genuine respect mixed with a hint of fear. When he spoke, his voice had lost all its earlier condescension. "Welcome to Fortress Lenith, sir. The humans, these small, soft-skinned apex predators from a death world, had just rewritten the Coalition's understanding of strength.